Somebody asked me for a lock tutorial on how I draw my locks, so here it is. I always draw an outline of how I want the hair to fall whenever I'm doing the locks, so that's what I'm doing right here. I like to study how hair frames a face, especially how locks do. So these pictures right here, I'm going to show how I would frame the face with them, and then that'll give you a general idea of how I'm framing the face of this drawing that I'm doing right now. So now I'm darkening all of the hair, I'm shading everything in because I find it to be less intimidating to start like blocking in the locks and darkening all the girl, what am I trying to say? Basically, I do this to build the values in the hair as I go in and I darken each lock. I don't know why it was so hard for me to say, but that's all I was trying to say. So now I'm going back in with purposeful harder strokes to define each lock. I kind of tried to draw a diagram so you can see what I mean while I explain this, but basically, you're going to create angled strokes going downward from one end of the lock, and then on the other side of that same lock, it's going to be angled strokes going upward. Then you go over it again with shorter, darker strokes only on the edges of the lock so that you can keep like that highlight in the middle of the lock, if that makes sense. Don't be scared if you feel like you messed this up and you darken the middle too much, because just get any eraser. A kneaded eraser is the best for this, but just use that in the center of the lock like how I'm doing right here, so that you can create that highlight that I'm talking about, and then go over it again with lighter strokes. After I do both sides of the head, I go back and I darken all of the the parts that need to be in the background so that it creates that layered effect that hair kind of has. I don't have any special technique for this. I'm just kind of scribbling, to be honest. But that's pretty much it. That's all I do to make my locks. It's just a lot of layering and that like corkscrew stroke pattern I was talking about. I hope you like it, and I hope this helps.